everyone, it's me Giorgia, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna thrift flip. Recently I was going through my closet and I realized that I have some pieces that could need some fixing and DIYing, so I thought it would be nice to upcycle them and create new pieces that I can actually wear again. That's why in this video I'm gonna show you how I used one piece of clothing and transformed it into a new and trendy way. Alright, so I found this sweater vest, which is a simple black vest with a v-neck, and I actually think it's from the men's section, but I mean, it's 2020, everyone should be able to wear whatever they want. Anyways, as you can see, it doesn't fit me that nicely because it's a bit too long on me, so I want to crop it and make it shorter. That way it's gonna be easier to style it. Okay, first of all, I need to mark where I want to cut, and for that I'm using a white pencil so that I can see the marks on the black fabric. Here I'm just folding the end of the vest a few times to find out the actual length I want, and now I am putting different marks. Next, I'm making sure that the distance from each mark to the edge is the same, because we want to have a nice and clean edge. And that's why I'm putting pins on every end, but you could actually just use the pencil again. Somehow I didn't think about that. And next, you just need to cut. But at this point my camera somehow stopped filming and now I don't have any footage of me cutting the vest, but I think you know how to do that. As you can see, I cut those into parts, and what I want to do next is I want to keep this waistband. So I'm gonna cut this one too. I am putting the remaining materials on the side for now, so don't throw them away just yet, since we're gonna need them later on. Okay, so now we have the waistband. I'm gonna take out all these pins. As you can see, the sweater is a little bit wider than the waistband because the waistband has a bit of elastic to it. So what we wanna do is to flip the waistband inside out, and we do that only for the waistband. The sweater has to face out, so don't flip it. Then we put the waistband around the sweater like I'm doing here. So we basically have waistband, sweater, and then again sweater and waistband. Next, I am gonna use some pins to pin all the fabrics together, and I suggest to start on the sides where you already have a seam. I do one side and then I do the other side so that I know exactly how to pin together the material in between. You can see I always stretch the materials to make sure that we have the same amount of fabric in between every pin. This may take a while, but it's important to do it correctly, so take your time. And this is how it should look once everything is pinned together. Next, we just need to sew on this line here, and if you pull the waistband down, you can see how the sweater is gonna look like at the end. So, on to the fun part! Alright, so here too I'm starting with the side that already has a seam on it, and I make sure to line up the fabric with the side of the sewing foot, if you know what I mean. I don't know the name. But after everything is set up, we can start sewing everything together. Also very important, never forget to do the backstitch in the beginning, and also make sure to take out the pins before passing through, or else the needle might break. Okay, so it's actually going pretty well, and for example this side is already done, and now I'm gonna just continue to do what I've been doing and hope for the best. Okay, I think I am done. Okay, so this is how it looks now. But I'm gonna try it on and then you can actually see it better. So, and this is how the sweater vest turned out. It would have been possible to just cut it and leave it with a raw edge, which is something that I've seen a lot, but especially by attaching the waistband back to the sweater, I think it looks more finished and clean, which I personally really like. That's why I'm also pretty happy with how the sweater vest turned out. Maybe you remember this piece of fabric that was left from our vest, and I thought it could be nice to reuse it too, instead of just throwing it away, so let's be sustainable. And what I want to do is I'm gonna make a scrunchie out of this one. So it could be nice to have like the vest and then the scrunchie that's like the same fabric, so it's a nice fit. Okay, so I'm probably gonna just cut it in half and just use one half of the fabric because I think that's enough. And then you will need this type of elastic thingy. So I'm gonna do that now. I don't know why, but somehow my camera stopped filming again while I was cutting the fabric in half. But I simply cut it at both sides where the seam is and only used one half for this project. So here I'm basically just wrapping up the fabric around the hair tie and lining up the edges because that's where we're going to sew it together. Now back to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew the edges together in a straight line, and again, don't forget to do a back stitch when starting and ending your stitches. After sewing the edges together, this is how it looks, and before doing anything else, I just cut all the remaining strings. Alright, next we just have to flip the fabric inside out. Once the whole thing is flipped, we basically just need to sew the open part together. You're gonna take one of the ends and fold it inside itself, and then pull it over the other end so that none of the raw edges are showing, and sew everything together. And now we're finished with the scrunchie. This was my drift flip. I tried to make it as simple as possible for you, but also for me because I'm a beginner myself. So if you have any questions, let me know, and also if you like the video. And I hope you enjoyed it and are now inspired to try and make your own thrift flips with things you already own. If you've made it until here without subscribing, now is your chance. I would really appreciate it, and if you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching and until next time, bye!
Down, yeah. I've been feeling so down.